Not official Unicorn Network video. Unicorn Network Webinar Recap. January 2, 2018. Presented by Dan Sadgast. Part 2. Supply and Demand. So guys, we need to talk about supply and demand. The supply is how many members are willing to sell Twinkles for a price between the current rates and lower. Because if all rainbow currency owners would only be willing to sell Twinkles at a higher price, of course, the price would go up immediately, without any regulation, as we have it set up now at CryptoCoin Street. So, as long as we have people willing to sell their Twinkles at a lower price, they will offer it at a lower price, and if they're willing to sell Twinkles at 1 cent, they will offer it for 1 cent no matter if it is at 5 cents, or 10 cents, or 15 cents, or 20 cents. The good news is that right now we have only about 7,000 rainbow currency holders, and only some of them want to sell right now. And of those who want to sell, it is only some who are willing to offer their Twinkles at a really low rate, just to be the first to sell. But this supply, right now, is much higher than the demand, the people who want to buy. And believe it or not, I personally know several people who would love to buy rainbow currency at the current rate at CryptoCoin Street, or even higher, but they have problems to get their account approved with CryptoCoin Street. They have the same problems as some of you. So, I help where I can, and if it's people that I really can trust because I know them personally, and because my account at CryptoCoin Street is approved, I help them by buying the Twinkles. Literally, I buy them, and then I transfer them from my wallet to their wallet. So, that is why some of you who successfully sold on CCS, might have seen my name as the buyer, but in the end, it is for people who want to buy, and are not able to do so. So now, what we have to do, and what we have to focus on, is creating more demand, having more people wanting rainbow currency, than people selling rainbow currency. That is exactly what we will start with, this week. This is what we will do. So now if we do that, and if we make it happen that Twinkles are traded on other exchanges as well, or marketplaces, I am pretty sure that we will still see a price drop, because that is what I've learned. No matter if you tell them 1,000,000 times that there is absolutely no need to sell Twinkles at 1 cent, they will still do it. It's okay, it's their decision, and I'm so happy that we have many recaps where we can say, look, we told you. So, don't blame it on us. It is their decision, and it is okay. And we don't have to focus on that. But it will happen, and maybe we'll see this 1 cent price drop. But as soon as those Twinkles are sold, and the more demand we create, the faster this will happen, the price will go up, and it will dramatically go up. Because now, please ask yourself, why do people want to buy, and did buy Twinkles at the rates of 15 cents, 16 cents, and 17 cents, and we've already been above 20 cents? Because they see it as a great deal, and from my point of view, they are absolutely right. Because when you check the markets, when you check the other cryptocurrencies, when you check what's going on out there, especially for cryptocurrencies that are attached to a real business model, like our rainbow currency is, it's especially those cryptocurrencies that are skyrocketing. Just based on starting at 1 cent on December 1st, and I think we were at 16.9 cents at the end of December, that makes us the best, the number one, based on performance. And now you can say, oh, but the price at CCS is not a real price, because it is some kind of created. And yes, of course, it is some kind of controlled right now, and you are absolutely right. But when you have people willing and able to pay 15 cents, 16 cents, 17 cents, 20 cents per Twinkle, believe me, for them that is not the market value, because then it would make no sense to buy it, but they see the market value even higher. So that is why we know that once we start to create demand, and again, it will happen this week, all these Twinkles for 1 cent that might be then on the market, will be sold very fast, but they will be sold to people who would have been willing to pay a much higher price anyways, and honestly I would be one of them. Guys, if I see Twinkles at 1 cent, definitely I will buy them. So, creating demand is what we need to do. So now, let's talk about what we will do to create demand. And remember, as rainbow currency itself is just a currency, it is just money. That is why it is in the hands now of the Rainbow Currency Foundation, as a non-profit corporation. Rainbow currency itself has no business model. It is just an instrument, but it is a limited and restricted instrument, and that makes it valuable. And the stronger the business models are that the currency is connected with, the higher the value of the currency will be. So, when we are talking about creating demand, we're talking about our unicorn network, because our unicorn network is, at least now at the start, the most important business model connected to rainbow currency. Why do I say that? If sometime in the future, a company like Amazon, or eBay, or Alibaba, or whoever, would decide to accept rainbow currency, because they like to accept other cryptocurrencies as well, well then of course, there is another business model attached to the rainbow currency, as well. But right now, it is us. So, talking about the unicorn network means, of course, talking about our projects like the Safe Zone, like We Share Success, like Perfect Internet, Most Famous, Happy Health, Shopbit, Perfect Pages, Cashback Marketing, and Prize Mania, to name just a few. So, all that we have built during the last 11 years, adds now to the value and to the demand of the rainbow currency. When we talk about these projects, let me take a minute to talk about another highly discussed point and topic in our chat rooms, and that is the design of our websites. Since we've launched our first website, which was wazub.info, back in November 2011, we've had these discussions about the quality of our websites, about the design, and so on, and so on. And we always have people telling us, well, look at this, or that, or that, or that website, the way they are doing it, with animations and whatever on the pages. That is how a successful page needs to look. Guys, please do me a favor. Check out the top 3 websites in the world, just the top 3. Yes, of course. That's Google, that's YouTube, and that's Facebook. All 3 have always had, and still have, very, very simple, basic websites. The long-term success of a project is not related to how fancy and modern a website is. It's about the quality of services. Rest assured, we have a high quality of services. Of course, that doesn't mean that we should have the ugliest websites on planet Earth. I absolutely agree. But we don't have to make it fancy. We just need to give the info people are looking for, and, of course, the design should be in a way, not perfect for you, because it is impossible to please everyone, but it should be simple and effective, so that users from all around the world, are at least okay with it. And the less fancy stuff we have on a website, the less complaints we will have from certain areas, or countries, or continents, or cultural areas. Believe me, the perfect website for Japan looks totally different than the perfect website for Finland. From the beginning, we always said, it doesn't matter where you live or who you are, as long as you follow our core values, you are welcome. Which brings me to another topic, and that is credit card payments. We have been asked so many times, hey, every little shop on the internet is able to accept credit card payments. And you, a global group of companies, a big global network, you fail. So, let me tell you something, every single credit card payment agreement that we have had, including by the way, with our main bank here in the United States, Bank of America, even with just a very, very few, or zero chargebacks, all the credit card payment agreements have been cancelled by the bank, or by the financial service provider. You know why? Because they told us, oh, you have high-risk payments from Africa, from South America, from Asian countries, from India. So, they literally told us, hey, if you would focus on the main markets that well of, United States, Western Europe, Australia, that would be fine for us. And that's the point where we say, no. We're a global network. We treat all our members equal. Just that you understand how things came about, how it might look, and what's really behind it. Guys, we are proud to have members from more than 200 different countries, active members. So, back to our unicorn network, back to our websites, back to our business models. The first, new, improved website that you will see is the Rainbow Currency website. Remember my promise, no more delays, which means when I communicate a date, it will be the date. So, the Rainbow Currency website, including our airdrop campaigns, will launch on Thursday, January 4, 2018, in the afternoon, Las Vegas time. Hopefully, for most of you, it will look much better than our current website, but don't expect it to be too fancy, with animations and whatever, because you don't need it to be, like I explained it to you. What else will happen? On the same day, on Thursday, we will start to introduce strategic business partners and strategic team members to you, talking about business experts, talking about security experts, talking about business partners, and entertainment partners, and we will do this through our websites. We will have webinars from time to time, but we will have a change in our webinar structures. That means step by step, we will start to establish shorter webinars, talking about 15-30-minute webinars, in multiple languages. Therefore, we are establishing our network of unicorn ambassadors. It is our goal to have one unicorn ambassador per country, where we have members. You know, some countries speak the same language, and in many countries English is one of the main languages. It is our goal to really have webinars offered in as many languages as possible. We have already started building a team, and this team is headed by Heiner Hoving, who is the head of all unicorn ambassadors, and he started already months ago to build this network. But, please do not expect a webinar in your language next week. It's a step-by-step process, and we are talking about the power of we. We need you as unicorn ambassadors in your country, if there is none yet. We need people who say, yes, I want to become an active part of this success story. Now that I can see where this leads, I want to be a part, so here I am. We will have info about the unicorn ambassadors, and how to apply, on our websites, and in this case, of course, on our Unicorn Network website, and you will learn the specific dates when a certain website will launch. What else will happen? I have mentioned it in a private webinar before. It was private, because it was restricted for Unicorn founding members only, but I am happy to announce that we will bring our division Safe Zone Incorporated to IPO here in the United States next week. That means it is our plan to file next week, officially, for IPO. Everything is set up for it, and in best case, it will happen on Monday. It might happen on Tuesday, and that is why I am telling you that it will happen next week. There will be a public, detailed announcement when this step is happening. Our legal department has prepared everything, and it will happen. What else is happening on January 4th, on Thursday? I personally will travel to Europe, and I will travel to Europe for several business reasons. One is that I am invited on January 9th to speak at a financial roundtable, where there will be bank managers, fund managers, and there will be financial advisors, there will be financial experts. I am invited to talk about cryptocurrencies in general, and, of course, rainbow currency specifically. The week after, that is January 16th and 17th, I have 2 days of business meetings to finalize the merger of our holding company with a company that is already publicly listed, of course, at a European stock exchange. I will come back to the United States on January 18th, so exactly 2 weeks later, and right after I am back here in the United States, we will have some very exciting news related to entertainment. When I talk about entertainment, I am talking about A. Stage shows here in Las Vegas. B. The production of high-quality content for Internet TV, for video on demand, VOD, and for subscription channels. Of course, as soon as we have our new Rainbow Currency website launched, which happens in 2 days, we will start to share with you businesses that are accepting Twinkles, that are accepting our Rainbow Currency as a payment option. I can tell you that you will be surprised. So that starts on Thursday. And that, of course, starting our airdrop campaigns, starting to share businesses where you are able to pay with Rainbow Currency, that is what will create demand. And that is what will take care that more people will be interested in buying Twinkles, than people interested in selling Twinkles at the low prices that we can see right now. When I say low prices, I mean 20 cents, 20 US cents per twinkle and under. I am still not able to give you an idea of where the twinkle value will be at the end of 2018, but based on what we have learned from December, I am very, very confident that the value will be much, 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 much higher than it is right now. So guys, that's it for today. I know that we have only talked about January, and that there are 11 more months coming in 2018, but, hey, let's kick off January, because January is now. And I know, and it is the same for me, that you want to see results, and you want to see things happening, now, in January, and that is exactly what we will do together with you,